diamonds. So good to see you again. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful you've clicked on this video. Thank you for tuning in. This week we've got a little bit of a home and bargain, a look round home bargains. It's not home and bargain, Amy, don't call it home and bargain, it's called home bargains. It used to be called home and bargain though, and I remember it as that. So we're gonna have a quick look around home bargains. They have so much autumn and Halloween stuff in. So if that's your bag and you're getting ready for the cozy Halloween autumn nights, you won't be disappointed if you go to Home Bargains. So I'll just show you what's new there, what they've got in, all the decor, just ahead of time, just so you're prepared. You think, well, I might want to pick that up before it sells out. Yeah, we're going to have a quick look around that, and I'll show you the little bits that I got, cleaning products, some bits and pieces. Also, we're making leek and cheese patties, some little cauliflower tots, roasted tomatoes to go with that, a bit of quinoa, some halloumi, some char-grilled veg, and also a potato, bacon and halloumi hash. So some nice veggie options there, as well as a bit of bacon thrown in if you are a meat eater. Just what we were eating this weekend. If you're interested in Svelte in September, Svelte in September, which you won't know what that is. It's my own concoction. This is in my mind. I'm getting it out of here and I'm getting it onto here and I'm telling you guys about it. I'm doing Svelte in September through September. So please, if you'd like to join me, hang on to the end of this video and I'll just go through what I'm doing. And if anybody wants to join me, feel free. Okay guys, I'm going to get into it. We're going to head over to Home Bargains first, then we're going to get cooking. Cozy autumn vibes on the end of this aisle. I loved this soft, plush, fluffy pumpkin. So whilst we're still waiting for summer to appear, it had appeared on this aisle. There was one aisle left to summer items. We had all the plastic for outdoor dining, and that was it. Everything else was taken over by the autumn. We got some lovely wreaths and garlands, and I have some little pumpkins like this, some little velvet pumpkins. Is this cushion giving anybody else the Overlook Hotel vibes, you know, in The Shining? I think the carpets are a little bit like that, aren't they, in the Overlook? You could decorate your house in the style of The Shining Hotel. How amazing. I'm sure these gonks have been recycled from Christmas because, I mean, blimey neck, they turn up at every season, don't they? There's a gonk for every season. This Cruella de Vil mug with "not everybody's cup of tea" written on it.
Maybe I should touch that. Oh, maybe it's dangerous. So guys,
So there was a tiny little bit of summer left, and then it was all Halloween and autumn. So I'll show you what we got today. First item, we got a single airbed, $9.99. I thought that was pretty good. Sometimes Laurie's friends stay over and they never really have anywhere to stay. A single airbed would be quite good going forward because they're getting taller and taller, aren't they? And if Sebastian has anybody over as well, it'll do for that. Or if they're sleeping away, they can take their airbed with them. So $9.99, thought that was a good purchase. Baking tray, £2.49. They had some cheaper ones actually than that, but this is a nice, thick, sturdy one. I got this, you've seen this in the shop. I know in America it's a big deal, is Halloween, and in England it's not so big of a deal. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, maybe you have a big party and you have a big blowout and it's really big and you really celebrate it, but here we don't tend to that much. So on the night, I like to mark it a little bit without having to go out of my way. So some stickers that I can stick on my face. Perfect. 79p. These, oh my gosh. If you haven't had these and you're in the UK and you see them, pick them up. They are the best rim blocker ever. Ever. They last ages. They release this liquid. It makes your bathroom smell amazing. So much better than any other one I've ever tried. And it's his Harpic and it's its exact type because it's liquid in the middle and it pours into your loo. They were $1.99 for a pack of 2. Bargain. It does make your bathroom smell really good. Very liquid. Very big bottle. I don't know why they don't do all the bottles like this now. So it's so much easier, otherwise you've got it like that. I've got mine over there next to my sink and it is on its head and it's balancing on that tiny little thing. These are great, aren't they? So good shape. Heinz ketchup have theirs in these now, don't they? Look at that. Some bars of dairy milk chocolate. They've always wanted to make some Rice Krispie cereal cakes. Got some Mars bars. Mars for £2.75, £2.49, and you also get 9. And they're just small bars, like a half a bar size. I have to point it if I want to sample it. Got this one, since we are still in summer and we're not yet in autumn, we've gone for a Caribbean Paradise. I didn't pick this up, I didn't even know we bought it. Waterproof spray. So Paul's obviously bought that. Fabric protector. That's quite good, isn't it? You put it on outside of your tent, outside of your boots, outside of your coat. Well, I hope that works. By the brand Out and About. £1.69. That's my other one of the toilet because I've got 2 of those. And last thing, Dishmatic Essential Pack, Value Pack. And I'm always using this to clean my sink. Always with the making me jump. £2.99 and you get 1 of the long and then 6 of the
Makes
sponges.
it taste a bit better.
Oh yeah, that's nice. And we got some drinks from Costa as well. What did you get, Sebastian? Have you got a bubble?
Yeah.
We got mango bubble tea. I thought that was really good value actually because you get 6 of these. Trouble is bubbling. I love Ursula. So I've got this one going into autumn time, my Halloween cup. Top my coffee with a little bit of squirty cream. Lovely. So I'm loving that. That's everything that we got. The overall total was $34.99. We've got a lot there for $34.99, I think. So you're going to take a trip to Home Bargains. It's a good time. It's a good time of year. They're just getting all the new stuff in ready for the next season. So we're back in my kitchen where we should be. We've got some food to prep this week. Big leaf out of the Pinch of Nom's book and I am going with some of their recipes. I'm just really into it right now. If you don't know what Pinch of Nom is, I think people abbreviate it as well to PON, a low calorie cookbook. They've released quite a few in the series. The recipes from is Everyday Light. I'm going to make some leek and potato little cakes. I'm going to make some little cauliflower tots. I'm going to make some roasted cherry tomatoes and I'm going to have that with a couple of slices of bacon tomorrow night for my tea. Also making quinoa, going to mix that with some char grilled veg and mix some fried halloumi in. The other half of the halloumi I'm going to use with some bacon and some potatoes and some pepper and have that as sort of a hash. Let's get cooking. While I'm cooking and you're listening to the music and the voiceover from me, I'm actually watching Dinner Date. Really big on Dinner Date. I absolutely love it. If you don't know what it is, it's a dating program where they go around and taste people's food. So one person goes round to 3 people's houses and they cook them a 3-course meal, and it says, can they find true love from their love of good food? That's the tagline. For the hash, I'm using this good old staple, the canned new potatoes, and I've taken half a block of light halloumi cheese. Then I've cut up 1 yellow pepper and spritzed my frying pan with a little bit of the fry light and fried my cheese until it became a little bit crispy, a little bit brown and crispy. Then I chopped into the pan 6 bacon medallions. Fried that until the bacon was cooked through and the cheese was a little bit crispier. Then I added my yellow pepper to the pan. I added my potatoes and a little bit of salt and pepper and left for about another 5 minutes to warm my potatoes through. So I used the other half of the block of light halloumi cheese. I chopped that into cubes, and then I used this char grilled mixed antipasti, which is just char grilled veg. I think they sell it at most shops. I got this from Tesco, but I used just over half the jar there. It's just roasted peppers, some roasted aubergine. Here I did just a little break just to eat some of the pepper and the halloumi. Oh my gosh, I do love halloumi cheese with veg. Really nice. The pepper was still a little bit crunchy. I wanted to add a little bit of seasoning. You could add any seasoning you like. I did use hot Nando's sauce for mine. Mine and Paul's lunch for tomorrow to take to work. What would be good with this is if you could top it with a fried egg. If you were at home, you could add a little bit of Worcester sauce. So these tubs are 11 points each. I'm handling these tubs quite a lot. I noticed, like, I'm like a hand model in this. 11 points each. You could add an egg, like say, or even a scrambled egg to the pan when you're making the hash. That would also go quite well. Bulk it out a little bit with a 0-point food. Back to the other half a block of halloumi. So whilst I am frying the halloumi and the char grilled veg in the frying pan, I have cooked 300 grams of dried quinoa. So I rinsed it and then I cooked it. I fried the halloumi and the veg for a little while before adding the quinoa, and then a little drizzle of soy sauce, probably about half a tablespoon of soy sauce, just to give it a nice salty flavour, and then that was done. We added some skewered chicken to this through the week. It served us 5 portions, the quinoa with the skewered chicken. The quinoa for 5 portions is 7 points each portion. Just prepping some roasted tomatoes here. So I cut all my cherry tomatoes into halves, pop them into a baking tray which I had sprayed with fry light, seasoned them with paprika and onion seasoning, and then drizzled over some lovely balsamic vinegar, probably about a tablespoonful, and then half a tablespoon of tomato ketchup, some salt and some pepper, and then they went into the oven for 45 minutes on a low heat. Whilst those tomatoes were roasting, I started on my leek and cheese cakes. So I cut up 1 large leek, then fried for about 5 or 6 minutes until soft in the pan with little fry light. I grated 160 grams of half fat cheddar. In a bowl, I measured out 30 grams of panko breadcrumbs, and then I added my cheddar to this along with my softened leeks. A good splodge of mustard. I popped in a couple of teaspoons of garlic granules and some mixed Italian herbs with 1 egg, a controversial xanthan gum. So it says to add half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. Now, I did not like this. I did not like the xanthan gum. If I was making this, guys, I'd leave that out. It gave a weird taste and texture and I was not keen. I don't know if my xanthan gum is past its best. I'm not sure. But then I moulded this into 4 cakes and gave them a spray with the fry light on top. Onto the cauliflower tots, which sounds so cute, don't they? The little cauliflower balls. So I had just had 420 grams of potatoes here, gave them a peel and then cut those into chunks and boiled them. I buy the frozen bags of cauliflower rice, so I defrosted 2 bags of the cauliflower rice just on the side. I added some paprika and onion seasoning. I added some of the xanthan gum, some seasoning and an egg. Again, I'd leave the xanthan gum out. Some salt and pepper, teaspoon of the garlic granules. Oh my gosh, these tomatoes look charred to perfection. I've had tomatoes like this before, and it's like before they become completely shriveled, they go like this, and this is my favourite way to eat tomatoes, so I'm really looking forward to these. Okay guys, feel my pain. This is the worst bit about food prep, I think, the cleaning up. Enough about the cleaning up now. Let's get back to the tots. So I mashed my potatoes together. I added that potato to the cauliflower mixture, gave it a good mix, and then I formed that mix into balls on my baking tray next to my little leek and cheese patties. Again, I sprayed the top of these little balls with fry light, these little tots. Let's say tots, it sounds so much cuter. Okay, I'm all red cheeks now. I look like I definitely live on a farm. It's actually 8 p.m. But got loads of food for the upcoming week, and yeah, that dishwasher's full, but planning and prepping definitely helps me on my journey, so it is definitely worth it. And I've had dinner date on in the background. I mean, I've watched about 4 episodes, so you know, it's win-win. So let me show you what I've prepped. I've got the hash for me and Paul for tomorrow at work. If you are proper Lancashire, you can put a bit of HP sauce on there. Then I've got the quinoa and halloumi and char grilled veg with a little bit of soy sauce. Then I've got my cauliflower tots, my leek little patties, got my tomatoes. So this is ready for tomorrow night's tea. Serve these with some grilled bacon. I'm going to be eating some good food. I do enjoy cooking, so it's not a hardship for me. The cleaning up, yeah, but I've got a dishwasher, no problem. Some little leek cakes. And these are the little cauliflower tots. For 2 of the leek cakes, 5 points. 4 of the cauliflower tots, 1 point each. Those little cauliflower tots. So however many I have, 1 point each. For this meal, I am counting 4 for the tots, 5 for these 2. Unfortunately, I burnt my bacon under the grill, so I've had to use this pre-made bacon, which is a little bit higher in points. It's 3 points, so and I'm counting these as 0, so it's 3, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. What a beautiful view, even with the rain, pitter pattering, still beautiful. Very lucky to have this as my view. Hello fellow humans, thank you for coming and joining me today. Let you know about something I'm doing in September. For September, because I've got a little bit of a September challenge going on. It'll hold me a little bit accountable. It's something I just want a little pep. I find September very motivating because it's the start of the new school year, just back into routine, a little bit extra in September challenge, and if you want to join me, you certainly can. Svelte in September challenge. How do we feel about that? I wish there was some sort of party poppers and things going off around me. What I've decided to do is I've written out in my book little tick boxes with the day and the tick boxes, and I've written that out to day 10. And obviously there are 30 days in September, so I'm going to rewrite them out every 10 days for the full 30 days. Why would you want to write it out? But I do want to write it out. And I think if I can't be bothered to write it out, then I'm falling at the first hurdle. So you can use your notes on your phone and just press that little circle button on the bottom and it becomes a tick list. And when you've done it, you can press it, write it out for the 10 days. Because then you're committed to those 10 days. You do it on a spreadsheet, you can print it out, you can just be filling it out on your laptop. What does it consist of? So my challenge, day 1, take a progress picture. Let's take a picture just to see if there's any progress in those 30 days, and hopefully there will be. It's good to take a picture to see where I am now. First on the list, little box next to that, take a pic. Next thing on the list is weigh in. Your starting weight, start of your challenge. Then we've got drink 8 glasses of water with a tick box next to it. Now that for me is very easy because I drink a lot of water. I'm a Pisces, I like to drink a lot of water. I know that might be a lot for some people, maybe 8 glasses. Just put your water, how much you would like to start off, because there's no point in getting overwhelmed, especially on this first week. You can always up it later on in the challenge. Just put on as much water as you think you can manage, but also just a little bit higher than what you already are drinking. I have put on mine exercise, and again, you do what you think you can incorporate. I don't think it should be gung-ho at this early stage, because by the 30 days I'm going to be tired out, but I have put exercise at least 45 minutes. Now I can get in 45 minutes because yesterday I just did yoga for 20 minutes and I went out for a walk for half an hour. I've done my 45 minutes. Today after work I sat on the bike, exercise bike, and I did 20 minutes of that and a little bit on the rowing machine. We have a gym at work, so that was fine for me. Tomorrow I'm at home with the boys. We'll probably go out for a walk. I might be a bit sore from the stuff I've done today. If that's the case, just more walking and yoga, something a bit easier, but I can get in 45 minutes. Things that I know that I can do aren't too taxing, but obviously all these little steps make a difference, don't they? It's these little things every day that make a difference, and that's why I wanted to do this challenge. It's all about the food, and it is all about, it's 80% is the food, but it's good to get all these other things in place as well. In addition to that, exercise, track your food. 30 full days of tracking, and I am in that. I'm going to track everything, the good, the bad and the ugly. If I track it, I can tick it off my list. So if I have a kebab, I'll put that in my Weight Watchers app, because then I know I can put a little tick on my challenge. I need to track everything that's going in my mouth, whether I'm over my points or I'm not. Day 2 is the same, except for no progress pic, no weigh in. Day 7. So on day 7, we've got all the things from day 1. We're going to have a weigh-in again. So day 7 is weigh-in. So on day 7, we've got everything from day 1 again. So we've got the water, the exercise, the tracking food, the weigh-in and the progress pic. Did write on as well that I wanted to do some measurements on day 1. I know that sometimes you feel like you've gone up on the scale, especially if you're exercising every day. So I wanted to take some measurements, but I couldn't find my floppy tape measure. You know, the dressmaker's tape measure. That's what they call them, isn't it? Not the ones that are used in construction. The ones that are stiff and then it goes like this and they nearly chop your fingers off. Could add as well onto day 1 tape measurements, because that would be helpful. And we procrastinate about these things. I procrastinate about these things anyway. I think, oh no, just can't be bothered right now. I don't want to take measurements. It's okay, I'll just use the scale. But then how pleased would I be if I started dropping inches? I'd be like, whoa, this is amazing. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and find one of those floppy tape measures and give that a go as well, because I haven't done that so far on this weight loss journey. Day 8, I add another thing in. So we've got the water, we've got the exercise, we've got the tracking the food. In addition to those 3 things, I don't want to eat after 7:30 p.m. because I am a nighttime snacker, guys. I sit in front of that telly and I think, oh, I'll just have an options hot chocolate. and a packet of crisps to give my digestion a rest. I could for 30 days, and I'll see how I go, and maybe I'll never want to snack again after 7:30. But for 30 days, I can do anything for 30 days. I'm going to try and knock it on the head. Last food in my mouth, 7:30 p.m. That's the same day 9 and day 10, and I've only gone up to day 10 so far, guys. Any suggestions of things we could add in for the following week? If anything you think, oh no, that'd be good to add, or something you're adding on your Svelte in September challenge, let me know. And we could do this together, and we could inform each other how we're getting on. And you see these challenges on your Weight Watchers app? The second one along is challenges. I think they just give you a little boost, a little bit of a change up. So that's what I'm doing in September, and I'm hoping that I get great results. I'm a big planner, so this planning ahead of time, this is gonna benefit me. So I will keep you updated on how things are going. You keep me updated, see if you're doing Svelte in September. In the UK, the children are going back to school. Just think it's a really good time, just give us a kickstart on our weight loss journey. And then after September, we're heading into that like cozy time, rolling towards Christmas. We don't want to think about that too much yet. Now is not the time for being excited about holidays and Christmas. Now is the time to get our butts in gear. Let's get this challenge done. Svelte in September. If anybody can think of a little jingle. I mean, you can't speak to me, can you? That'd be ace, wouldn't it? No, have a bit of a jingle. Svelte in September. What's that? Svelte in September. No, that's really creepy. I think we can do this, guys. If you want to follow along, you can. If you don't need to. We're already doing a lot of these things anyway, aren't we? We're mindful. We're being mindful about the food we're putting in. This is just giving us a little tick box every day, just to make sure we're doing the little steps that it takes to be successful on our weight loss journey. So it was lovely to talk to you all. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're doing Svelte in September. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.